Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Fire and Rice podcast. We're back with some more American Idol. I am joined today with Jack Alvarez, Torchy HD,
What's up?
and we have a special guest.
Oh, I'm supposed to say. Hi, I'm Jared. Third member of this. I don't know. It is really just a podcast. Yeah.
Sure.
Of our squadron.
Squadron.
He's the middle child, aka why he's in the middle of the thing. Oldest, middle, youngest.
I didn't know that was
I didn't know this.
intentional.
Well, I mean, it makes sense now. I will say it was intentional. I'm just saying.
Nice.
Well, all right. This is episode what? 5 at this point.
Yes, this is episode 5.
Yeah.
However, episode 3 has been removed.
Yeah, so we said we were going to try to make sure episode 3 would get back up and wouldn't get removed, but unfortunately I lost a dispute, and it looks like our episode 3 is gone forever. I can't re-dispute it, so yeah, it's gone forever. So
Okay.
we still have the footage, but you'll just never ever see it again. So if you
Yeah.
saw it, thanks. If you didn't, it's okay. So episode 4, though, last week we talked a little bit about top 8.
Yes.
We recapped on top 8, and then we talked about the listening session experience that Jenna and I went to. But this past week was Queen Night, I guess.
Yes.
Queen Night
and movie duets.
and movie duets. Also, top 8 went down to top 6. We'll talk about who got cut a little bit later. Sadly, in case you guys do already know. But I don't know. Moving forward, after top 6, what do you guys think it's going to go down to? Do you think it's going to go down to top 4, top 3? What's it going to be? What do you think?
Well, there's only 2 weeks left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they kind of have to wrap it up pretty soon. I feel like they're going to make pretty big cuts as soon as they can, you know?
Okay.
So what do you think it's going to go down to?
Maybe 3 and 3. Like, top. Wait, what are we at?
We're at top 6.
6? I think we're going to do top 3 and then winner.
And then winner.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 weeks left.
That's
so,
what I think. I'm not sure, though.
Top 3. I think it's going to be top 3 after
I don't
this.
know. I don't really have a say in this. But Jared,
What's your guess?
you're from Santa Cruz. Have you been watching the show
I-
at college?
Oh, this is okay. Interesting transition. Go
Yeah,
for it.
Sorry.
I mean, I have seen some of the clips on YouTube. I've been trying to keep up when I can, but I haven't really been watching the show. So some of these I might be seeing for the first time, actually, in its entirety.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was just saying you never gave like a confirmed top X. What number? Top 4? Top 3? Top 5? Only cut 1?
Top 5.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
No, because I think it's gonna go to top 4, and then they're gonna save somebody, and then it'll be top 5.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So that's the other thing I have here is that the judges still have the save available.
The unanimous save.
Right. They didn't use it last week. There's only 2 weeks left, which means they have to use it next week or they don't use it at all. And I feel like if they don't use it at all, it's almost a cop-out like gimmick. So I feel like
Some shows do it. World of Dance did it.
okay. Well, I'm just saying, I just would feel like they keep reminding everybody about it and they're not doing anything with it yet. And if they don't use it next week, then it's kind of like,
A waste.
what's the point?
Right.
Because, I don't know, there's just so many people left that... Okay, let's go down the list of who's actually left. Lacey, Lane, Alejandro, Wade, Madison, Jeremiah. Sorry, I didn't write it all down. Thank you for covering. So that's top 6. If one leaves, there's definitely... Each person's unique in their own way to where I could see there being a save. Because I think last week, maybe you could argue that like Alyssa and Madison are kind of in the same vocal style.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't save one. But like, let's just say, for example, somebody like Alejandro or somebody like Wade gets cut. Very different, unique voice, vocal style, whatever you want to call it. I would probably use the save there.
Well, that's the interesting thing about all these different contestants is they're so unique. It's
Right.
really, hard to kind of narrow it down because everybody brings their own thing to the table. So it's kind of hard to like pick. So I can see why they would save somebody at this
Yeah.
point, but I just don't know who.
Right.
Or they could just not save anybody.
That's true.
You know?
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know. I feel like
really
the
hope
save is making it a bit complicated. because
yeah.
if you do 3 and then you eliminate 3, but then you save 1, then you're still at top 4. And then
Right.
in that case, I don't see the point in doing that. Might as well just have a top 4.
So you think there's gonna be a top 4?
I feel like whatever happens at this point is gonna happen. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting though. It's something. It adds a different dynamic, but I kind of agree with you. Some part of me is like, they just shouldn't have ever said anything about having a save.
Yeah.
Just let it
'Cause
be.
actually, I think when I was on World of Dance, they told us that there was a save, and they told the judges that there was a save. But now thinking back on it and watching it, I don't think they ever mentioned it because they didn't use it.
Interesting. That's interesting for sure.
So, but yeah, good point that if they're mentioning it so much, they're probably going to use it,
Right. Right.
but they're required to use it.
That's the thing, is whether or not they're required to do it. That's what they haven't said, and that's why I'm curious. But I don't know. I just think like if they never mention the save in the first place, then like there wouldn't be some of the voting things going
But then
on.
again, it is a live show. It's not pre-recorded, so
True.
they don't know whether or not they're going to use it.
That's true.
With World of Dance, sorry, it was pre-recorded,
Oh,
so
okay. Gotcha.
Now, how would you feel if they didn't mention it at the beginning and then they just used it
Randomly
out of nowhere?
saved it or
Yeah.
randomly called it out? I think that would be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
But that's what I'm saying. It's either just don't mention it and never have it, or just use it now. Use it
It's
this
kinda too
week.
late now.
Use it this
So-
week, I
Well,
think. I don't
Jared
know.
had an interesting thing to say about the vote.
Want to remind me about that?
Okay, well, Jared said he doesn't think that there should be a unanimous judges save.
It should be a 2
because-
for 3? 2 out of 3?
No, there shouldn't be a judges save at all because the show is about America's vote.
Yeah, I don't think.
And if it's truly about America's vote, then there shouldn't be a judges save.
Yeah, because this show from the beginning has always been American Idol, right?
Right.
America votes.
Right.
So the fact that the judges get to say it kind of messes up the whole formula,
Sure.
So I don't know. That's just my take on it.
We can definitely. Okay, I think I know what you guys are talking about. I think we talked about it earlier. We can definitely go
into it early. I mean, later.
Yeah, let's go into that later because that's definitely an interesting theory. But just to go back to Queen Night and
Right.
recap some of the performances. Yeah, let's pull those up on screen here real quick. Who do we want to watch first, everyone? What do you guys think?
Jenna?
Jared.
Jack?
Okay, we're putting up Walker then. Okay, let's pull this up here.
He was first of the night anyway,
Yeah, he was
so.
first of the night. That's what I figured as well.
This thing called love, I can't handle it. This thing called love, I must get around to it. I ain't ready. This crazy little thing called love.
So before we get copyrighted,
Oh.
I wanted to at least get to the chorus part a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. There's just this performance. I thought it was pretty solid.
I thought it was great. I thought it was very clean.
I just think the way he performed, again, if you guys want to see the full videos, link in the description to the American Idol YouTube channel. Check all the videos out, all the performances. It's just a really charming performance, really fun, lighthearted, and
That's exactly the word I thought. of
yeah.
As soon as it started playing, charming.
yeah,
Charming.
right. And I don't know. I remember watching it live. I was just smiling the whole time because I was like, he's just having fun with it.
And
yeah.
then they put his face in the background.
Oh yeah, that was weird. Yeah, definitely check that out. Check this video out. In the very background while he's performing, it's just a
They just have-
weird mugshot almost of just him. Just like
Borderline disturbing. But,
yeah, it's a little bit.
Sorry.
It's a creative choice. It's a choice.
Very
It's
bold.
a choice.
Very
It's a creative
bold.
choice.
Yeah. I don't know. You have anything else to say about his performance?
I don't know. He just seems like a
no.
really cool guy. I mean, you guys met him. So
Yeah.
he just seems like he's, like you said, he's having fun, doing his thing, and yeah, and I like him.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yes.
Do.
We will get back to this later.
Do
Okay.
you guys spoil things
Let's
for
continue.
people, or do you
Well,
just
let's
get into
continue. Let's just keep going.
We'll go into the next one. Here's the thing: we upload these like the day before the next week's episode, so it's like by now I hope that everyone already
Well, what if
knows.
people are following along?
through
Ours?
you guys?
I highly doubt that, but if you are, shout outs to you. You're the best. Let's pull up. Let's see.
Chopstick clap for
Oh,
What
Walker.
does this mean, by the way?
So yeah, we have the thing of we started clapping originally, and now we're just chopstick clapping after
Yeah.
every performance.
I like that.
Yeah, because we used to clap and it got loud, or we had to like fake clap, golf clap,
Or I just went like this,
and then it evolved into the chopstick
And then
clap.
it-
So
like a golf clap.
right, but with chopsticks, so it's just as quiet. Let's do up next. For some odd reason, Jenna's favorite. Don't you dare sing this.
Okay, fine.
Lacey K. Booth, Love of My Life. Here we go. Refrain. Mute yourself. That means that you're gonna hear through ours. Don't sing.
You've hurt me. You've broken my heart. And
What are you doing?
you leave me, love of my life. Can you see?
You know what I'm thinking of?
Bring it back, bring it back. Don't take it away from me because you don't know. what
Again, I'm gonna stop before we get copyright.
Please don't.
I'm sorry, we have to. We have to
Please
definitely keep
don't.
these to a minimum.
Don't do it.
What do you think? What do you think of the performance?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Charming.
She's really good.
Also using the word
Wonderful.
charming.
She's really good.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Another one of those. They said it, and we said it in one of the previous podcasts too. It's just that smoky voice, very different. But and then in the performance during Disney night, it just feels like every song that she sings, every performance that she has, is very just sincere, and like there's just you can feel the emotion coming through. So there's that connection that is built when she performs, and that's why I think I like it.
I also
She-
like the way she arranges the music
Sure, that too.
to her style.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
there's not been one that I've like, I don't prefer that one. You know,
Right.
I like it.
She just picks good songs.
That's-
Songs that
yeah.
fit her.
Yeah.
You know, and that's important. I mean, that's
Song
been
choice.
a big theme throughout this entire season is people need to pick songs that fit them, and if they don't,
Right. No, I agree. I also think if you go back and watch it, just the way that the stage is lit up and it's really all eyes on
And
her.
the wardrobe and
Yeah,
her hair
yep.
and her makeup, everything, complete package.
Yeah, she looks great. The way, like I said, if you watch it again, she's in the center. All the lights are pointing in on her, and it's just that's the thing about her performances. It's always all eyes on her. She's always able to bring everybody in, rather than kind of have a flashy show. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like that's her style,
Right.
right? And so they're doing a great job, and she's doing a great job of delivering these, like
Yes.
all eyes on me performances.
Jared looks like Bobby Bones.
Okay, sure,
He does.
a little bit.
Yep.
Little hip,
Little hip.
little hip.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
He's got the Luke going on.
Anything else about Lacey's performance you guys want to talk about?
no, it was very solid.
Yeah,
Very good.
definitely a good one. Okay, let me pull up next. Ooh, why did
we were going like this earlier? I think I know what you mean by when we were going like this.
Oh yeah, Dad doesn't like people that go like this.
Oh, that's what she
Oh.
means. So Jen was talking about something else.
What were you talking about?
Nothing. I was talking about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I was
He-
talking about that.
He thinks it's forced. I think it's
I
you got to be in the moment.
I don't mind. Like obviously I felt it in the moment.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it, so I
Yeah.
agreed with it.
I've been at concerts where it just starts and it's
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
It's nice.
It just happens.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Anything else before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. Do we want to cover this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes,
So
let's do it.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Up next, we'll pull up here. Wade Coda with the Queen Classic.
We are the champions, my friends.
Nope. That's not the title, but close enough. I definitely think we have to cut this one really fast.
Paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shares and kicked in my face, but I've gone through. We are the champions, my friends.
Okay, I feel like that was a little bit too long.
Whoa there,
No,
buddy.
I just think it's such an iconic song, and there's a chance that this is the reason we get taken down again. Strike!
Okay.
Strike!
You're right, you're right.
Strike! So,
strike.
well, okay. This one is one I feel that people should go down.
Yes.
Click the description, check the channel, watch the full performance.
Right.
We'll give you our kind of version of it, our recap of it, but I highly recommend checking out this video.
But basically,
Talk to me about it.
later in the song, Wade forgets his lyric.
Mhm.
He ends up becoming a little shaky, I think. He's kind of lost a bit of confidence. And I think he went into this week thinking he wasn't going to have a chance to even make top 6.
Okay, interesting analysis.
That's just my opinion.
Sure, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think you can tell that he was a little shaken up after the lyric thing happens.
Mhm.
And up until that point, I personally thought it was fine. It's definitely his own version of a very classic song. With it, with that just really unique voice that he has. But then, like you mentioned, he misses the lyric, and then it kind of gets a little shaky towards the end, and then just from a performance standpoint for me, that's when I was like, okay, I don't know if I can vote or
Exactly.
put
Because
my-
we're doing this by the week.
yeah,
By everyone's weekly performance.
right, yeah, exactly. All
Makes
of our
sense.
votes every week have been by that week's performance
Okay.
rather than the collective whole.
Right.
I mean, we were doing that in the past, but kind of
That makes
more
sense.
recently, yeah.
Yeah, I like his voice. I have for the for most of the season. I just think once again it kind of comes down to song choice, and I don't think this was his best choice of song. But then again, it was Queen Night.
Does his voice really cater to Queen? Is that what you're kind of saying? Like,
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
right? And that's what I'm
I read
asking
some
you, right?
comments that were like, he doesn't do Queen, or like at least this genre of
It's a
music
hard
is-
thing, and that's, I think, a little bit unfair to him in that sense.
Right.
And maybe that's why it was like, okay, well, at least just pick an iconic song, because if it's an unknown song and you sing it your way and nobody knows, and it's a whole Uche situation, maybe, for example,
Right.
so give him the most iconic one and then let him do it and see what happens. It's true though. I feel what you're saying is it's a tough one, tough week basically.
Yes.
There's not many options.
No.
Yeah. He's a bit at a disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. Which actually I haven't really thought about until right now.
Me neither. So he did a good job.
Good job, Wade.
All things considered, that just kind of balances in my book. You miss the lyric and you go shaky, but then you're at a disadvantage, so kind of like you're at a net zero
Perfectly
Oh.
balanced.
in my book. Cause
Right.
okay, anyways,
Cool.
anything else about Wade?
Next.
All right, let's go up next with our friend Alejandro.
Alejandro.
All right, let's pull up the homie.
The homie. What's up, homie?
Another classic.
Classic.
Under Pressure. Queen featuring David Bowie with the Alejandro twist.
Pressure, pushing down on me, pushing down on you. No man that's for crash up that burns a building down. It's a family in two, keeps people on the street. What are they? What are they? Who it is? Who it is? That's okay. It's a terror of knowing what the world is about. Watch my friends scream. And tomorrow, just behind you, people on the streets.
Alejandro is a very popular guy, and episode 3 was taken down at Alejandro's part, so I definitely want to make sure. I like showcasing him, obviously, but want to give him at least a little bit of screen time here. So,
Oh, so you're saying we got taken down because we showed his performance?
I think so.
Oh.
I think so. It was marked at that time slot, so.
Oh.
At the very beginning of
Oh,
his,
no.
it wasn't even like halfway into his
It was
performance.
just
It
like-
was like,
Like,
Okay.
Alejandro, we must protect him.
yeah,
Was it his original song?
No, it
no,
was
it was
one
during
dance.
one dance.
Ah,
Interesting choice
Interesting. well,
to strike us on that one.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
okay, no, but Alejandro doing Under Pressure, great song, his own rendition of it, and I believe in the pre-tape, even he was even gonna make it a little bit more different, and
Yes.
Adam Lambert definitely told him, "Yo,
It's a classic, man.
Maybe try to keep a little bit of it."
Yep. So then he
And-
ended up telling the band, okay, you guys just play the original accompaniment and then I'll just do whatever.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I still think it turned out great.
Yeah.
Well, that's my thing is, I remember I said it was fine. I liked it, but you, when we watched it live, didn't necessarily like it, right?
At first, because once again, it's different.
Okay.
So you just kind of have to twist your mindset a bit, your perspective. You have to shift it and think, okay, well, this is Alejandro's twist. And then if you just view it from that perspective, then it's fine.
Yeah, it's really hard to, kind of forget Freddie Mercury, David Bowie. Everyone knows this song.
That's
and then
why.
when you hear somebody else singing it, even Alejandro, as good as he is, it's kind of like, ooh, what's going on here? So I actually had to listen to this one a few more times.
Takes adjusting.
It takes adjusting, but once you listen to it and you adjust, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And
Yeah.
what I appreciate is that he does his own thing with it.
Right.
Even if he's not the most comfortable with the song, he still does his own thing.
Right.
It still
Exactly.
turns out good. So
As long as he's true to who he is, that's all that matters. I'd rather him do this than pretend to be someone he's not.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. No, I see what you're saying. It is such an iconic song that it's you almost kind of protect it a little bit, where
bit.
you're like, I don't want you to change it, but I don't know. I think every time he shows up and he's doing a cover and he's making it his own, I kind of have given him my trust at this point.
Yes.
So
would you have liked it if he did his thing fully and he
Well, I don't
changed
know.
it
That's
up
the-
entirely?
But we'll never know.
but we'll
never
never know what
know.
it was going to be.
I feel like that's kind of part of the issue with it. Not
He
the
wasn't
issue.
fully able to.
It's kind of like you guys have heard of the Uncanny Valley, right? It's kind of like where it's
What?
Uncanny Valley.
Excuse?
You never heard of that?
This guy's bringing in some words that I don't know.
Some vocabulary.
So it's like when you look at like
It's a college boy over here.
He went to college.
Oh, wait, I went to college too, man.
What are
I'm
you
just saying he's
saying?
still in college.
no, but when you watch like a CGI face or something, it's like something's wrong about it. It's kind of
Oh,
close,
just
but it's
that, like,
not quite there,
okay.
So it's like
Ooh.
this song was very similar to the original, but not quite, and so that's why you're like,
Something's a little.
uh-oh.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Oh.
I know. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's exactly right, though. I see.
Yeah.
It's just enough of the original, but then it's just off. So I think for some people, the initial listen is a little bit.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the
isn't
initial.
well received right away.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, a couple tries and it grows on you a little bit. Yeah. So cool. Alejandro doing his thing. The homie.
Still solid.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the last one I want to bring up, I think, is from another one of our friends. Right, Jenna? Your friend? Technically?
Sure.
Okay. Lane Hardy. Lane Hardy, the rock star. So,
No. No, he doesn't like that.
right, not the rock star.
Right. Because when he was having his little mentor session with Adam Lambert, he said, "You're a rock star, man." And he looked really just a little
Yeah. He was
sketched
like,
out by
I
that
don't
term. He was
know.
like, nah,
No.
don't know about that one.
All right, well, let's take a listen.
Ah, you don't take me home tonight. Ah, down beside that red firelight. Ah, you gonna let it all hang out. Fat bottom girls, you make the rocking world go round. I was just a skinny lad, never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery. Hey, left alone with big fat Fanny, she was such a naughty nanny. You big woman, you made a bad boy out of me.
I know, I'm sorry. I know. I really wish we could do more, but
Yeah.
unfortunately we can't. But what'd you think? First of all, look at his outfit.
I know.
He's shining.
Who's the?
That's what he did. That's what he did.
just did.
Definitely check out the rest of the performance. It's fun. It's a little bit of like awkwardly cute, in my opinion. It's kind of like, hey man, you're trying, but
I
When
thought
you
it was
guys were
great.
talking, when we were doing this, I thought you guys were talking about
this
his
one.
performance. Yeah.
Oh no. I was talking about the other thing. Anyways,
Hey, he's out of his comfort zone.
definitely out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a great job, at least trying and learning
No, yeah, 100%.
how to handle this. And I think this is probably the best place that he could learn it, rather than
Yeah.
being on like a real stage and then.
No, but I still think it was pretty good.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still good. I think, yeah, it's just kind of fun. It's just like kind of awkward, but like in a nice way, in an endearing way. I'm saying it's awkward, but
Great.
good job.
Great.
Oh.
Oh, I got sad too.
Oh.
I'll talk about that up next because that's the
Okay,
last
well,
performance that I had.
Right. So, are we gonna get into it now?
We're getting into it. So we went from top 8 to top 6 this week. We already mentioned the top 6, which means if you did your math and if you paid attention to the list,
Math,
yeah,
2 people had to go.
yeah, no. I'm just saying. Earlier we mentioned the top 6 by
Oh.
name.
Oh.
So if you did your math, you
and
know
you realized some people's names were
we're
not
left
said.
on the list. Jared, go ahead, take it away. Who were cut? Who was cut?
Walker, Alyssa, gone,
That makes me sad.
gone. I'm sorry.
Our friend is gone.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it and when I first heard. I really just didn't believe it.
Now, you guys watched it live, so what were your initial feelings?
So here's the thing, right? So the way that they dwindled down, they still had Walker and Alyssa, Wade, Lane, and Alejandro still up that they were calling out. And they went Lane, Alejandro, and now you have the 3, Wade, Alyssa, and Walker. And by that point, too, as everyone's names are getting called, we're just like, oh no.
I really didn't think.
Deep in the back of my head, I was like, it's going to happen.
No, I did not. I said, "There's no way."
Well, that's the thing, is I was in denial when we were watching it
I
live.
was very much in denial.
But in my head, I was like, there's a % chance. I don't know,
that
obviously,
it might.
obviously it was 33%, but I'm just saying, like,
Ah.
obviously, but I'm just saying, like, in my head, I'm like, it's a 1% chance.
Yeah.
This is like a 1% chance
Like,
he
what are
doesn't
the
go.
odds that he doesn't go through?
Right. And
then it
when they
happened.
said it, I think we
We
all
all
kind
stood
of
up.
We stood up. I was eating pizza. I kind of flipped my pizza a little bit.
I was so angry I ate my entire pizza.
Well, yeah, then I started anger eating
I
afterward.
anger ate my
But
pizza.
at first I threw it away and I kind of just walked away and we were screaming and the windows were open and
Yeah, the windows were open.
was-
I was not afraid to.
our neighborhood
let
probably thought we were
my-
a little bit
So
crazy.
needless to say,
My
you guys
anger.
weren't happy.
No.
No.
That is the last thing I felt that day.
Happiness.
Felt true anger. It really did feel like someone had passed away. Because we'll never get to see Walker on TV again in this show, in this season.
Right.
That was it. It was like they just made him walk the plank. They gave him the boot. They said goodbye. They didn't even let us have a moment to say goodbye.
Or even in the Game of Thrones sense, they gave him
Exactly.
because that's the other popular thing going on right now that we can't cover. But yeah, it's sad. I took to Twitter right away just to see what was going on, and even Twitter was not having it. They were very upset.
Wow.
Even
Either-
Wade thought that Walker was gonna get it. He was pointing at Walker,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, it's him. I know it's him." And then they said Wade's name, and then he just looked so confused.
Right. Yeah. If you definitely have a chance, I recommend.
Pulling up the
Pulling
top
up-
6 results, American
yeah,
Idol.
definitely check it out because it's very heartbreaking for sure. But yeah, you'll see the facial expressions and a little bit of what Jenna's talking about on there. But
Not saying that Wade doesn't deserve to go through by any means.
right. Well, let's talk about why we kind of had thought that it was going to be that way, because we were talking about numbers and we still always talk
Yes,
about the
okay.
numbers.
It always goes back to engagement, and Instagram is a very good source to kind
Sure.
of gander that. So I think my dad did his research today, and right now the standings are, as of follower count, it's Alejandro, Lane, Lacey.
I think so.
Check, please.
We can get a check.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna gander this by.
But anyways, just talk about
Okay.
the numbers in general as
But
to
yeah,
why.
in general, oh, I'm right. Okay, cool. And
Okay.
then is it Madison? Sorry, Jeremiah, then Madison, and then Wade. Okay. Okay, so yeah, those are the standings as of right now. And but
But why do the numbers? Explain to us again why the numbers matter. Like, why do you think?
the numbers matter because, one, if you have a large following on social media, you're going to have a higher chance of, having people vote for you and having people support you, etc. But sorry, I just shook the table. But where was I going with this?
Number of people following equals higher chance. However, the
Right.
counter argument to that is, do all of them vote using the
No. Okay,
things?
here's the other thing. I think Alejandro has a huge following. However, I don't think he's going to win. Solely because his followers, majority of them, come from social media, not from American Idol. They come from other resources.
Oh, so they're not gonna vote.
They're not voting. They just
They
like to
don't care, they
watch.
just like watch.
If anything, they'll watch only Alejandro. They'll wait for the YouTube video to come out, but they're not watching the show because they're just solely Alejandro supporters. Now, Lane, his majority of followers are from the show. 2
Right.
seasons worth
Right.
of American
Oh,
Idol.
true. I forgot
So
about
that is why he has a huge chance in winning and taking the whole thing.
Okay, so let's hold off on the.
Go
Top.
back to Walker and Wade.
Well, just yeah. Let's go back to there because I want to hold off on the who
Yeah.
do you think is going to be
Right.
top, whatever.
Okay, so with Walker, he has a large, substantial amount of followers, correct? Now, I think where he might have went wrong, if we're saying that the America vote really is a genuine, true thing, not fixed in any way, he didn't remind his followers to vote for him. He just said, tune in and watch us tomorrow. But he didn't say, please vote for me, because, they'll watch it, but they won't remember to vote for him. But Wade took the time to make an Instagram video saying, if you're watching this, I have been dead for several hours, is what you will see if you don't vote for me. Because to you, it will seem like I have died because I won't be on TV anymore. And he's right. That's really how it feels like when they get eliminated, because we don't get to see them anymore
Yeah.
unless you take the time to follow their journey after.
Right.
But yeah, he did that. And so many people were like, I'm definitely voting for you, Wade, 100%. So that stuff matters. It really does.
Yeah. Definitely get your votes in if you care about the show, if
If
you
you
care about
these people and
Yeah,
you
if you
want to
care
keep
about-
seeing them,
yeah.
your vote really does matter.
I
I think
definitely
maybe
so.
America might have faltered with Walker's vote because they were all outraged. That's the thing. When
Yeah,
he
so
was
that's why I was
eliminated.
so confused, was because you see all these comments on Twitter, you see all the comments on Instagram, you see all the comments everywhere. That's like, shouldn't have been Walker, shouldn't have been Walker. Well, it's like,
Walker was robbed.
yeah, it's like, well, first up, did you vote? And if not, then it's kind of your fault. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Maybe they thought he was safe, and so they just said,
Well,
"Oh,
that's
why
my thing
bother?"
is, so, but that, you're right. But for me, it's kind of like, guys, figure it out.
Like, and
Just-
you
just
don't have
do-
to vote for one of them. You have
10 votes or something like that.
yeah, you have 10
Per
votes per
contestant.
contestant. Per
So
contestant.
you can literally on the
You
app
can vote for everyone if you
go
wanted to.
plus 10 votes and then 0 votes. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 0.
Or 3.
1 or 3. It's not just 10 votes total. It's actually 10 per person.
Exactly.
And honestly, if you don't want to go online during the thing, if you don't want to go text it in because you got to worry about messaging rates, use the app. It's really simple.
It's so easy.
Very
so
easy.
simple.
Definitely download the app if you can.
Sometimes
and
we're
just-
not home in time to watch the performance, but so
sound like you're sponsored by.
I know.
Hey man,
We just support
I
the
don't
show.
want to get copyrighted and taken down. I'm looking at you. That's right. You're watching us, aren't you? We're nice people.
Okay, all right. Well, but yes, just get the app and vote, contribute.
No, because the only reason I'm saying it so much is just because everybody's so upset about it that the only explanation is that people didn't vote that are outraged.
Exactly.
Because like you said, they think he's safe. But if you didn't vote, then it's like
Well, then we messed up.
we did this to ourselves, everybody.
Exactly.
Boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally. And now he's at home eating Cheerios and peanut butter with his dog sitting on his lap.
Oh.
Ah. Oh.
Violence,
It's my
violence.
first show,
We're going
guys.
To get banned. We're gonna get banned.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Violence.
sorry. Never mind. Take it back.
But anyways, yeah.
Oh,
So
and then people were getting upset with the judges that they didn't use their save. But my thing is, they aren't really viewing the show from the audience perspective. They show up for work, they watch the performances, they go home. That's it.
Sure.
They're just seeing it for what it is. And to them, they probably think, Alyssa and Walker, there are classic boy, girl next door types. Wade is a very stylized singer. So-and-so is a stylized singer. Okay, we can see probably why America didn't vote for them. I feel like they aren't as involved on social media and with watching them outside of the
to an
show.
extent, I feel like maybe that's not it, but I'm just thinking what you were first saying at least was like from the perspective of will these people be marketable because of some unique factor?
Mhm.
The idol thing that we keep talking about
Right.
in the previous episodes. I don't think necessarily it has to do with the social media thing. I think they are keeping track.
No.
It
I
does
wasn't
seem
talking
like-
about like followers. I was just saying they're not really paying attention to them outside of singing and outside of their lives outside. Because that's kind of why everyone loves Walker so much. Besides his singing, is because of his charisma and everything outside of the show and outside of singing.
Sure.
And they're not really paying attention to that. I don't think.
That's fair.
They have favorites.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think they do.
I think they do.
Now this might have been just a thing, like a time crunch issue at the listening session. The judges didn't get a chance to go to all of the top 8, So that's not to say that there's necessarily favorites, but it could have been a time thing. But I'm just saying, it's not like
Katie talked to Wade
certain
first
ones went out of their way
to talk to certain
ones. And then they were asked probably like, hey, you have press stuff to do, so you have to leave now.
Exactly.
So
And it seems like, you think that they're on the show, so obviously they get to talk to each other all the time.
Yeah.
They don't. They get to see them when they
Right.
come out to judge. And then even then, they don't go up to them or anything.
And ask them about personal, like when we went to the thing, like I was listening into some of the conversations, and
Right.
it was more about like, hey, how's it going? Like you having a good time? Like, is this you enjoying the air? Like,
oh yeah, they were saying,
or-
hey,
oh.
congrats on everything, man.
yeah,
Congrats on.
because they don't see them outside of the competition. They're judges first, contestants come,
Goodbye.
perform, goodbye, and that's it. They're never like it. It made me believe that they're not in interaction behind the scenes.
Oh, interesting.
They're separated, which is a good thing,
That
I
is a good
think.
thing. That
So
is
now
a
there's
good
no
thing.
like bias, everything like that. Yeah, it was like funny because Luke was talking to Lane, and he was like, "Find a place to go fishing yet?" And it was just like funny because he was just like trying to make small talk, and yeah, so it kind of shows that at least it leads me to believe that there's no like interaction outside, so
Okay. Wow, so you guys
makes it
got-
more fair.
You guys really got
A
the
little bit
scoop,
of an
huh?
inside, yeah,
Yeah.
really, really cool inside scoop during that, so really cool.
Lucky.
Yeah, definitely lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, Walker and Alyssa were sent home, unfortunately, so that leaves the top 6. Lacey, Wade, Lane, Alejandro, Jeremiah, Madison.
Right.
Okay, so that's top 6. So in the past few weeks, if you haven't been watching, which is okay, because they're long episodes, we've been doing top 4s.
And
However, this week, with there only being 6, I want to look at top 2s.
How did I know?
I want to look at
Oh my
top
gosh.
2s who you think has the possible. Are you looking at numbers?
possible win.
No, I'm pulling up this video. I'll tell you exactly who the top 2 is. It's Lane and Alejandro.
Oh, okay.
All the comments are like, here's our top 2.
Oh, interesting.
top
I
2
haven't
right
seen
here.
that.
Yeah.
What are they just jamming out?
Oh, it's so good. They're just messing around. They're just
Oh.
freestyling it.
That's
It
cool.
sounds good.
It sounds
Oh, I
good.
have
It
to
sounds like a
watch
legit
this.
song.
Okay. Whose Instagram was that on?
Lane's.
Yeah, check out Lane's Instagram, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so top 2. Does it sound like that's our vote?
I believe it.
What do you think?
I also believe it.
Let me take a second to ponder this. Interesting.
They're the fan
I'm-
favorites.
Okay. I'm gonna go play the other side. I'm gonna say it's a Lane Lacey top 2.
That's my top 3.
Sure. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I just think that it's going to come down to what you're saying before with Alejandro's fan base, maybe not pushing him across the finish line into the top 2, or at least winner and runner up. I think there's going to be, I just think also that Lacey's look and sound really appeals to a very general demographic. And,
True.
so I think that there's a chance, and like you said, I think she has 3. She has number 3. She has number 3 top follower count, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a chance that she'll get some backing there and push her into. I think it's going to be Lane 1, Lacey 2.
I think it's going to be Lane 1, Alejandro 2, Lacey 3.
You guys both think that Lane's gonna win.
Yes.
I do.
100%. He has
You guys want
The
to talk about
most-
that?
Yeah. Well,
following from American Idol.
sure. I think that the reason he'll win is because he has the comeback story.
Hmm.
I'm not saying there's like I'm not
keep
doing this
forgetting
from a
about
producer
that.
perspective. I'm looking at this from a, hey, cheer him on. He's went on last
That is
season.
from a producer's perspective.
Well, no, but I'm not saying it from like a we're pushing him story. I'm saying
Oh,
like
yeah,
from
yeah,
a just like underdog story. Like he not failed, but like technically He failed in the first season. He comes back not really wanting to try out an
Right.
audition.
He didn't
Now-
even want to.
Yeah, and so now he's back and he's doing extremely well.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot more confident
Oh,
and
man, I keep
he's
forgetting
really
that.
doing some big things that he wasn't, in my opinion, capable of in the first
he's
season.
really
So
come out of his shell.
he's
And
grown.
I think that's inspiring to a lot of people.
exactly that's what I'm saying. And like you said, he has good numbers in terms of last season's following, this season's following, and that's why I think he'll definitely win
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Sorry. I just had a thing why I don't think Lacey will win.
Okay, that's fine.
This
Go
is
for
just
it.
from a TV perspective. Last season, who won?
Maddie,
Exactly. And what does she look like?
a girl.
She's a girl with blonde hair. And then you have Lacey, and she's a girl with blonde hair.
I don't see.
So like from like I don't know, TV perspective, they're like we want our winners, our list of winners to be diverse. Like we don't want to have the same person win, or not same person. Not saying they're the same person, but we want them to look different every time, basically.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Okay. No,
Perhaps.
that's fair. That's fair.
I guess I see where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know, just something, because then. You know, people who are trying out next year will be like, oh, well, I won't win because the
Mhm.
last 2 years, these two people won. And
I'm
I don't look
not
like her,
anything like
so why
them,
should I
sure.
try?
What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys because I mean he definitely has like the biggest stage presence I think out of everybody there. Like you said, he's come a long way, and go for him. Like, deserves it. That I'm kind of biased toward. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
you
that's-
are one of those followers who isn't watching the show, isn't voting.
True.
You're one of the
Yeah.
social media
There you
people.
go.
That's me. There you go.
Yeah,
And that is
so-
why he won't win, because you're not voting for him.
I voted once. I did my.
See?
you got him through the next round, but will it be enough?
This is a
to-
perfect example right here of why he
It's-
won't
it's-
win.
Yeah.
Interest- Interesting.
Things to study for, guys. Come
So
Busy.
okay, so that's our top 3-ish, top 2-ish. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I think it's the same top 3, just a different order.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see definitely where things go in the next couple weeks, obviously, with it closing out. Thoughts on the overall season so far?
I can't believe it's almost over.
Yeah, that's
we
crazy.
just started watching it. But for them, they've been preparing for this for
Right.
almost a
Months.
year. So,
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
yeah. Almost.
Yeah. It's a good chunk of the year gone for them.
It's funny, you see them from the beginning, and their faces actually look different.
Yes.
They've actually grown a lot through
Yes.
this experience.
Yes, I agree. Stylistically and just in
General,
actual
just life.
growth. Yeah, they are different. What about what would shock you in the show next week? Either a surprise departure from somebody, or even maybe 2 weeks from now we look at who would be the surprise, who has the potential maybe to be like a sleeper winner. You know what I mean? So let's look at next week. Who would be a shocking departure next week? First, go.
Talking departure, like
They
elimination.
get voted off.
Jeremiah?
Okay.
Alejandro would be eliminated him.
Yeah.
Like that would be shocking, no matter what. Like no matter how far into the competition, that would just.
He still needs to perform Blesser.
Yeah, he's got a really good song on YouTube, and it's
Everyone wants him to play it
everyone wants
for the
to play it.
finale, because everyone
He
already
plays
is
it, it's
assuming he's
done.
going.
It's done. Like he will win. I'm sorry.
If he plays it,
If he
If he plays
plays
it,
it.
it's done.
Yeah, I've
Competition
seen it
over.
too. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think the obvious answer is he would be the surprise departure.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think a surprise departure would be
What do you think might be leaving next week? We don't even know how many they're eliminating.
That is true. That is true.
So they could be
Everybody.
They break the
Everybody
show.
gone.
They break the-
Winner!
yeah, and they just say, okay, Alejandro played Blesser, it's game over. That's it. All right. No, I think a surprise departure for me would actually be, besides Alejandro, probably be Lacey if she were to go next week.
Yeah.
Good
That'd
point.
be-
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because like, okay, the two obvious answers for us right now are Alejandro, Lane. If either of them leave, it's weird, it's surprising, but that's the obvious answer. So for me, it's
Yeah.
like, if Lacey leaves, then it's like, because I'm not saying that she's bad, but she's like, just on my rankings, it's like she's second for me.
Yeah.
So if she were
Well, I
to
mean,
leave
Walker was our second.
last week, he
Yeah.
was our
It's kind of
second.
the same thing. Yeah. It's like if
So
you,
it's like,
you caught her, you're like,
what
Why?
do I do now?
no. It's just like
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Like,
But what did they do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same
well-
thing with Walker. I was like, what did he do?
Right. Granted, I mean, it's like we haven't seen the performances, and maybe there could be a huge just they forget how to play their instrument or sing just on stage.
The rash
The
comes
rash
back.
conspiracy, which
They
is
all get rashes.
the conspiracy is out there again. They become sabotaged and don't know what to do, and that's the reason they don't get a vote. Who knows? But yeah. What about who is the underdog, like surprise winner? Like who would you, if they were crowned winner, who would you be like, whoa, did not see that coming?
We haven't really talked about Madison. If at all.
We did not talk about Madison
True.
this
We
episode.
haven't talked about her.
True.
I think she's good. I think she's a very competent singer, and she's kind of got that pop idol sound to her.
I wouldn't be surprised if she won. I wouldn't be surprised, actually, really, if any of them won. Now that I think about it,
Okay, but so here's what I think. So first, to your point about Madison, I agree. I just think she's a great
Really young.
she's a great singer, but she's really young, has a
Okay.
lot of room to grow still.
True.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think my surprise winner would be Jeremiah.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Like
Oh my god,
we've been
there's
putting
so many people.
yeah, but that's the crazy part is everybody's in this top 6 are so good, so unique.
They've already won.
Yeah, you said that last week.
Yeah. Honestly, everyone in top 10, I feel like, have already won.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I just think as the weeks go by for me that he's still performing at a top level. It's just not
have you not seen any growth?
he hasn't he just hasn't broke. He's kind of like he's at this really high that's plateaued, whereas some people are maybe going past their previous.
You think he's plateaued?
No, but I do, but in a like on a scale of 1 to 100, he's been at 95 for the last like couple weeks, where it's like extremely
like,
solid performances
yeah,
over
how
and over,
do
but
you-
he's not giving me that
Yeah.
extra bit that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to remember.
Not even those high notes?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, do something at that level every time.
It's
Get a
true.
little
It's like
bored
if
of it,
you
know?
are
It's safe.
giving your 99 the whole complete time, I guess you just
There's
kind of
no
get
room to
used
impress
to it.
anybody.
Yeah.
You gotta throw in some
Aw,
curveballs
man.
there. You gotta go 70% sometimes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
so
So you're
Right?
saying he should have hidden
maybe
his
should've-
superpowers until the
no,
end?
You
I think
burnt out too fast, maybe.
I think he had been doing so well, so consistently that it's like,
It's like, okay, cool.
cool, this is what
We-
I expect. But I need either him to, he needed
Dance
to have maybe
break.
bombed a performance a couple weeks back, and then
So that
brought
we
it
can
back.
see the growth?
Yeah, so then it's like, oh, you're good again, yay, So it's like, boom, woo, but
So you're saying
Or
he's just too good?
He's so
Good.
good,
He's too
good.
but he's not getting that extra 1% more of like, for me at least, So that's why I think, he has
Interesting.
a great chance of winning because he's super good, but he needs that extra wow factor. I think like a really really standout performance.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't felt it since the Elton John one. Yeah, like that's when I was like, wow.
How long ago?
I was gonna say, remind me which one.
That was
John.
before
Did he sing an Elton
before
John
he
song?
did the Almost Heaven reprise.
You're
Which
not
song?
thinking of
was
Walker.
that?
Yeah, it might have been an Elton John song. Yeah.
Which
Do you know
one?
what song it was?
No.
Care to sing it for us?
Nope. So why do you keep asking me to sing on this podcast? I'm never
Hey,
going
this
to
is my
sing.
first time.
Yeah, an obscure Elton John song. Maybe
one?
I'm offending.
Okay, never heard of it. Sorry,
Cool.
Elton.
Maybe I'm offending Elton John fans everywhere, but
Well, when I think of Elton John songs, I think of Eddie Island's performance.
please. I'm
We
sorry,
love Eddie.
but
We love Eddie.
you're a funny dude, but man. Okay. I don't know. You guys have any other closing thoughts about this week or
This season in general.
what's coming up?
What about you, Bobby Bones?
What about me, Bobby Bones? I don't know.
How'd you feel working with the contestants this year?
Oh my god. Well, I mean, this show has been really the first show of American Idol I've seen since Clay Aiken.
Yeah,
I haven't
true.
watched this for since I was little, So it's definitely changed a lot. I definitely think all
How
the
far did
talent.
Clay Aiken get?
Well, let me. He was runner up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he
didn't
wasn't
win.
runner up. He didn't win.
He didn't win.
Okay.
He didn't win.
Okay, let me ask you this: what do you like the format of the new one better than what you remember of the old one?
There's a lot that I do like better. There's a lot that I miss from the old show.
Like
what?
I kind of miss a Simon Cowell. I kind of wish there
I
was a little
was-
more.
I was reading articles today because I
Like-
like to do my research,
Mhm.
and people are saying that they think the judges are too soft. They think that their critiques are not critical enough. And yeah, they miss having a Simon Cowell character.
So the only thing that I have to that is what we heard at the listening session, which was if we give them, this was said from the judges, if we give them a true critique on air, it could influence the vote.
And if they do, they want to keep it as vague as possible.
So I think that they should critique harder during their voting sessions. You know what I mean? In like the
yeah.
next season, when it's only them and no America vote, I think, yeah, they could probably be a little more.
I think they should be a little harder, and they shouldn't really care whether or not they influence or not, because it's not like they're doing it out of spite. It'd be one thing if they're like, I hate so-and-so, so I'm going to say, man, that was an awful performance.
Yeah, but it's like, well, but if the judges say that it was a bad performance and maybe I was a little on the fence, then it leads them towards not voting. You know what I mean? So I just think if they're vague during the America rounds or the voting rounds or whatever in next season or something, that's fine. But I think I agree. I mean, there's nothing. It's hard though because the personalities of the three judges don't come like across as
Yeah, they're all
Oh.
very
Yeah,
lighthearted.
they're all
yeah,
very
it's all
kind
jokes,
people.
all jokes.
Oh, and they even said,
we
the
don't
thing
want to
is,
be.
if you imagine these people as your kids, as your own kids, would you tell them that they suck?
Right. No, he said, yeah, Lionel Richie said that at the thing.
So,
I mean, I like these new judges. They're great. I mean, they're probably my favorite panel of judges in the
Yeah.
show so far.
Yeah.
Of the
Yeah, they
talent
all have-
variety show
Yeah.
kind. But you do get a little sweet, get a little cavity. I'm being too sweet a little bit.
Wait, First he comes with, what was it? What was the first one?
Oh, Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Now
Sweet
cavities.
tooth cavities. Speaking of which, we got a dentist appointment tomorrow morning, so we got to wrap things up.
Hey, I like that segue. That was good. That was good.
That's all you, man. Welcome to the
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
Anyways, Again, want to thank you all for watching Fire and Rice episode 5. Click down below, check out the American Idol channel so that you can view all the performances that we mentioned and some that we didn't get a chance to cover. Be on the lookout for the next episode coming next week, of course. We hope you have a wonderful one. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Deuces.
Deuces.
Check it out. Yeah. Everything goes exactly as I predicted it. The minutia is different, I nailed the gist of it. Just failed to adjust, baby, it was a bust. As I was saying, Craven Blunt, step up and started playing. Somebody save us, I'm seeing futures. So what's the use of knowing the truth if no one's gonna believe you? The curse of Cassandra. My vision eyes reveal all the answers and seem to leave no surprises. To live and die in circumscribed circumstances.